are the Sneakee Bastards. How you been doing, Gail?
Oh, just living life.
All right, we got a full slate of topics today. We're going to touch on everything. You know, the election coming up, the economy, what's going on in the BRICS community, and some let's see, October surprises that might be coming up, and who knows what else we'll talk about. So, well, I'm going to let you start it off. I'm still trying to recover. I'm still trying to recover from the hurricane, the studio. That's why we haven't done any shows the last couple weeks here. The studio got hit by the hurricane. I've been trying to get everything working, and I think we're back on track. So what is going on in the world, Gail?
Well, it's not just Boar's Head. Now McDonald's has got a problem because they've had one dead and dozens injured. But this isn't Listeria's E. coli, and what they figured was cross-contamination. And see, the onions aren't cooked. That's why.
They're blaming it on the onions and not on the meat supply.
Correct, because if you get the temperature up to 160, the meat, even if it's got it in it, it'll kill it.
Yeah, it kind of has the same story of what happened to Jack in the Box a couple of decades ago, but that did have something to do with the meat. But this one looks like it's the vegetables.
Yeah, well, like Chipotle Grill went through the same thing.
Yep.
And
their stock took a pretty big hit. And speaking of McDonald's, did you check out Hitler there working the fryer box? Yeah, he was
son.
Yeah, trying to start. You know, here's Hitler trying to start a war with French.
In German.
Yeah, he's trying to start a war with French. You know, going after the French fries. I guess now they're MAGA fries.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Well, let's see. If you want to get ridiculous, let me share my screen. What's that here?
We like ridiculous. Oh, what do we got here?
Well, all the BRICS nations got together in Kazan, and they're all complaining about the United States trying to bankrupt everyone else.
Yeah, we're not playing very nice.
No, we're not. And
you know, just a real quick overview on what the BRICS is. What happened is the Biden administration has weaponized the U.S. dollar, and they've got so many sanctions on Russia and some other countries that these other countries, they can't use the U.S. dollar. They can't do trade because the dollar is the reserve currency. So what Russia and a lot of countries are doing are getting together, and they're going to go around the U.S. dollar and create their own currency. So that's what the BRICS is. Just for people who don't understand what BRICS means, it's actually what Brazil, Russia,
India, China, South Africa.
Yeah,
and now there's probably 30 more of them trying to get in.
Yeah. So what's going on? What's happening? They had a big meeting yesterday, right?
Yeah, they're just all looking together because they want to get their BRICS pay working. You know, because it's not looking good.
And I understand that it might be based on commodities, the price of commodities.
Correct.
You know, it won't be strictly a gold.
Gold and silver.
Yeah, not based on gold. It's going to be backed by gold backed. It's going to be backed by a jumble of commodities.
A basket.
Basket of commodities. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So there would be stuff like gold, silver, oil, uranium, anything that just has value as a commodity.
Yep. And they're going around the U.S. dollar now. You know, this is going to hurt the value of the dollar.
Yes.
Probably most likely will raise inflation, but it's going to be a while before they get their system running. So, you know.
Well, but it happens slowly at first, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's how everything happens. They say, "Oh, it's a black swan. We didn't see it coming." But if you look at it, it was slowly building up.
Yep.
Crazy people that are Looney Tune out there in space like me see it coming, and it's coming.
That's what they say. They asked somebody one time, how did you go bankrupt? And he goes, a little at first, and then all at once.
And all at once, right?
All at once. So.
Well, because Russia and India especially, well, India's already started doing it. Russia announced that they're going to start putting silver into reserves just like gold. So that's why, India and China.
They're buying silver now, yeah.
Yeah, and Russia's going to be buying silver, so that's pushing the price of silver. It's going to be $50 probably by the first of the year.
Oh, speaking of, what's the current price? Do we have the current price?
Oh, it's 34. Let's see, it was 34.
A lot of people are saying if it can break above 35 for a couple of days, then it's off to the races.
It's 27.38 right now, and let's see where silver's at. Silver, of course, they're going to try and push it down naturally. They pushed it down. It's at 33.76 right now, but that's just a temporary thing.
Yeah, they're both going up. I mean, I think silver's gone up 40% since the beginning of the year. That's not a bad investment. Actually, it's insurance. It's not an investment. It's insurance. Yeah.
And speaking of commodities, there was a huge discovery of lithium in Arkansas. So now we can compete on the world stage as far as for EV batteries and stuff.
Well, that's a good thing. Yeah.
Drill, baby, drill.
We'll see. Dig, drill, dig, drill. All right, we got any other news?
Well, let's see. The IRS is going to raise the standard deductions by about $400 or $500.
Oh boy.
For single and $800 for couples. The top bracket, which we'll never see, is going to be $626,000, and at $626,000, you'll have to pay 37%. So that's not bad.
Okay. I mean, it's not a tax problem; it's a spending problem. But that's for that's a whole different show.
It's like the old joke I used to have with my first wife. The bank account's empty, even though you still got checks left in the checkbook. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no more money.
I can't be broke. I still have checks left.
Right.
That's how I do it. All right. Well, I got a couple stories here. Maybe we can get on to.
All righty.
Let me just real quick refresh myself. Oh yeah. I think we got to get into the election just a little bit. It is election time. What it's going to be? About a week and a half?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and then we get a new president. So, but there's some stories out there, and it is
president.
And it is October, so we're waiting for the big October surprise. And we did see just recently on X. A story came out that some girl 30 years ago is now saying that Trump groped her. Of course, she didn't come out 2016 or 2020 say anything about Trump, but all of a sudden now she comes out of the woodwork. And another story about Trump touching women, but apparently that's going nowhere. But there is another October surprise. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to try to do here is see if I can do a share. How come I don't have a shared screen here? Oh, there it is.
You have to bring up the other screen.
I got it. It's been a while. All right, here we go. Do I want to? Yeah, let's do that just in case. All right, let's see. We got it up here.
There you go.
Here's the story. Former congressman claims new Kamala story will end her campaign. Now, before I go any farther, I just want to let you know that this is a rumor right now by former Congressman Santos. And I don't know if you remember him, but the Republicans kicked him out just a little while ago. George Santos, right there. You see him?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's hear what he has to say. This could be an October surprise.
Oh, hey guys. gotta tell you something. It's so crazy. I just got off the phone with a source, and they're telling me that tomorrow the Kamala Harris ship sinks. You're gonna see all the rats jumping off. The story that's gonna break tomorrow is so damning and so bad that Democrats are going to distance themselves from her like something you've never seen before. And essentially, you might even see some asking for people to vote for Trump. This is wild. Stay tuned as this drops tomorrow.
All right, so that's what he says, but you got to take that with a grain of salt, yeah. But then there was somebody else down here, never heard of him, but an Eric Dartery said that I've just been pitched a story. If true, this would have severe ramifications for the Harris campaign. And so I don't know. Is this just these two people? Well, there is somebody else. So I went over to X to see what's going on over there. I don't know if many people remember, if we can get this to pull up. Of course, you know, we only invest in the best computers here at the BIG studios. But here's Mark Halprin. And let's see what he has to say, okay?
I'm going to return to the topic of this opposition research that's being peddled. I've talked for the last couple of days about a story being peddled about Donald Trump that I'm confident is false, but it's caused a little bit of a upset in some circles, particularly Harris supporters who say I am morally obligated to tell people what the story is. That's not my conception of journalism. It's a false story. I'm not going to tell the world about a false story. There's a story being peddled now, and it's been peddled for a few days, but conversations today confirmed. A story being peddled about Kamala Harris. Okay, I don't think the Harris people want me to say what that story is. Okay, but we're going to talk about that and the dynamics. Again, if you think it's a coincidence that the Harris campaign decided to change its message for reasons we still don't know to something that Jeffrey Goldberg and the New York Times published stories about, you can call that a coincidence. You're welcome to do it, but we're going to talk about that. Zach Carabell is here. Hogan Gidley.
So, interesting, huh?
Yeah.
We might see what's coming out.
Why everybody in Hollywood's coming out against Trump. It's because Trump said he was going to release the Epstein files and the somebody else's files too. Anyway, so at these Hollywood people, you know, they're.
Oh, did he?
Huh?
Did he?
No, not Diddy. The one that the guy was the movie guy.
Harvey?
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about it.
Stuff. So everybody in Hollywood's scrambling like rats because they don't want, you know, their perfect image to be smudged.
Yeah. So a lot of them are donating and trying to push Kamala. But guess who else just gave her $50 million for her campaign?
I don't know on that one.
Well, he's just now been charged, I think, in the Netherlands, and they're going to try to get him to come testify. Bill Gates just gave $50 million to the Harris campaign, and he's now been indicted in the Netherlands. And this has to do with the COVID and him pushing the vaccine and all the other stuff he's doing. So, you know, Bill Gates is trying to make sure that Harris is elected because he's going to cover his ass too. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah.
What else we got?
There's a thing about that, though.
What's that?
If Trump, being the businessman he was, he had a contract with Pfizer, and it's worded in such a way that the responsibility goes on them. And the Emergency Use Act or whatever we got, it's written in such a way that they can't hide under that. Pfizer is screwed. And I've seen the document. Well, on the internet.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we covered quite a bit. I'm going to try to get this uploaded real quick, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. We got anything else we want to mention real quick?
No, really, just live life.
Yep, that's it. And we'll try to
what was it he said in the movie? When he talked to Doc, and he said, "What do you want?" "I just want a normal life." And Holiday said, "There is no normal life. There's just life.
Just like
Go live it."
go live it. Yep. And we'll end on that note. Go live it. Well, we hope you appreciate our show today, and if you do, just give us a like and share and comment. We'd love to hear some of your comments. And we'll do it again soon. Again, I'm JD.
And I'm Gail.
And we are the Sneakee Bastards.
Yes, we are.